Hey, how are you? So I asked a couple people to share with me questions you would ask anyone if you are trying to know them. And I compiled all the questions into the ones that made the most sense for me, rather what I was comfortable enough to answer. I'm kidding. I compiled them into questions that are quite interesting, rather, questions that I would ask someone if I wanted to know them. So let's just jump right into the questions, okay? And get to know me. So I guess we start with the tough ones. So what are the 5 words you would use to describe yourself? 5 words. Oh, this is hard. I am loving. I try to be kind. I am neat. Very neat. I am wild. And I am part. Okay, on to the next question. Do you believe in love at first sight? Well, no. No, because I think what you see when you meet someone for the first time is like. You like that person and you want to associate with them. For me, love is what you develop over the days as you learn the person and learn their characteristics that you mostly admire and other characteristics of theirs that you're willing to tolerate and other characteristics that you do not want to associate with. So love is something you build over time. It's not something you just meet and have for someone. Next question. If you could change one thing about yourself, what would it be? My anger. My anger and lack of patience. I have 0 patience. Like, this is the amount of my patience, especially when it concerns things that annoy me. And when I get angry, even though those cases are a bit rare, I'd like to believe, I get so mad. I get so mad. I feel like I'm going insane. So if I were to change one thing, is how angry I get. Next question. Are you a dog person or a cat person? Dogs anytime, man. I find cats very creepy. And there was this one time. Okay, that story is too embarrassing. I can't tell it. Dog person. I hate cats. Next question. What is the most crucial thing for a healthy relationship? And in this case, not any relationship. I mean, any relationship, not just like a couple or anyone married. Respect. Respect is the most crucial thing for any healthy relationship anywhere. Respect. Next question. What was your dream job as a kid? Funny story. Before I knew how to say president, I used to call presidents president. So as a child, I was obsessed with the fact that at some point, I could be the president of Russia. Look at me now. Look at me. If you could have a superpower, what would it be? The ability to read people's minds, because I want to see all the nonsense that goes on in people's minds when they are standing right next to you and choosing to tell lies. Okay? I want to be able to read people's minds. If you could have dinner with 3 people, living or dead, who would they be? 3 people. My parents, my sister, my better half. Dinner anytime. If you could binge watch an entire movie or series in one day, what would you choose? Well, lately, I finished the Ozarks in less than a week. That series is crazy. It is so crazy. So the Ozarks currently, I don't know what I would want next year, the year after that. Of course, I've wanted different things in the past years, but currently, the Ozarks. What do you hope to grow out of? Who? Anxiety. Anxiety. Period. How much do you judge a person by their appearance? Woo, this is going to make me look shallow, but anyway, that's how it is. That's how life be sometimes. So how much do I judge a person by their appearance? More often than not, very poorly. And it's a character that I've carried since I was a young child. I remember in nursery school, even though this is not one of the things I'm most proud of, I remember in nursery school there was a kid I didn't like just because of how they looked. So one time we were getting into class and they went in front of me and I just pushed them. So sad, like so sad. And then they got a big thing here because they hit the desk. It is so sad. But even up to date, sometimes and I'm not talking poverty, I'm talking how generally a person looks, like their cleanliness, I don't know, I cringe if someone, I don't know, especially if they are old enough to know about hygiene, but then they still somehow choose to ignore that and just walk around like the world should excuse their lack of hygiene. I can't have that. I can't. And I'm not talking poverty. Poverty is something very different. Okay? So, yeah. Looks like you're generally just created looking like that. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, you have no control for it. So yeah, but yeah. Generally, I think there's a lot to looks than just how you were created. Yes? Like, you can meet me looking all good sometimes. You can meet me nimejiwachilia, and obviously I will not look the same. Like today, nimejiwachilia. What is the healthiest and unhealthiest thing you do regularly? Health, is it spiritually, mentally, physically? Like, what does this question mean? Anyway, so if I were to talk spiritually, the unhealthy thing I do is not reading the Bible as often as I would want to, because reading the Bible would grow me. And physically, I don't like to exercise that much. I don't like suffering. I don't like suffering. But don't listen to me. Exercising is not suffering. It's actually very good for your health. And the healthy things I do is, well, I look inwards. I try to look inwards as much as I can, just to see what's going on inwards. And I'd like to think if you're well from the in out, then you're doing very well. That is what will tell you to eat healthy, consume good content, just read good things, interact with the right people generally. So I think it has to do with looking inwards to just see what you're dealing with and how you're dealing with everything, and then outwards to how you relate to people and what then you take from out inwards. Make sense? No? The ghetto! Next question is, what was the worst date that you've been on? Woo! Hey! So now, I am so embarrassed to say this. So, in between one of my past breakups, this certain guy is texting me on a platform and they're like, hi, how are you? How are you doing? And I'm not dating anyone. So I'm like, I've given a chance to people that did not prove themselves good enough. worth of a chance. So let me talk to this stranger that I don't know. So, okay, I didn't know him that well, but I sort of knew him. So we're talking, we're like, hey, how are you? Nini, nini. Can we go out on a date? And originally, it was supposed to be a lunch date. But this guy, because he's ghetto, what did he do? Of course, we still went for the lunch date. But then afterwards, now he comes suggesting, oh, because we're in a new town, instead of going back, why don't you like allow us to spend a night in the town? And I'm like, I just met you, like, what? So we can have lunch and then, but then guys should stop these ghetto things. Like, if you go on a lunch date with someone, let it be a lunch date and then move on with your life. If next time you have a lunch date and then it transitions into something, so be it, but don't force issues, man. Like, cringe-worthy. Anyway, so he says, we should get a room. I'm like, get a, what? You just met me. What? Anyway, so where did the day end? Like, we ended up going to the club, and so we are seated at the table. And of course, we took a table next to the dance floor. So I wasn't dancing in the club, obviously. So we take a table, and that night, can I tell you, I was on a date with this said person, but I didn't sit on that table. I did not sit on that table the entire night. I'd get my drink and go. Okay, I have to comment this guy. If he was evil, he would have spiked my drink, but he didn't. I was just coming, getting my drink, go. Yeah. Hey, those ghetto days. I still cringe thinking about that day. Yeah, worst date of my life. Wait, maybe there are way worse ones, but that one stands out. Next question. What impression do you try to give when you first meet someone? Wow, none. Just take me as I am. None, really. Just, we move, we flow with the flow. Okay? Next question. Who or what inspires you to be a better person? Growing up, I'd like to say I was greatly inspired by my sister, and here is why. I was talkative, and sometimes when you're too talkative, you tend to brush people the wrong way. And my sister was really quiet. So at the time, I used to think, because she's quiet, she doesn't talk much. It's like when you're quiet and you don't talk much, you're lovable because you don't argue with anyone, you don't disagree with anyone. So it used to make me want to be nicer in that way. But currently, what inspires me to be a nice person is just that, like, and not a nice person in a way that gets you used by other people. Nice is very relative. It's nice as in just be a decent human to the people around you, to the people you interact with in your daily life. It could be the gate man, it could be the house help, it could be the people in your house, it could be anyone you relate with, even people on the internet. How are you interacting with people? I am really inspired by what the world could be if there were a lot of nice people around the world. Imagine how nice the world would be. Like, what? It's dreamy. Imagine. Yes? So, seek to be nice. I want to challenge you today to be nice. Start with yourself. Be nice to yourself and then move outwards. Be nice to the next, every single person you interact with within your day. And just watch how fulfilled you will finish the day feeling. I think the person that asked me this question did so because they knew what I was going to answer. What is your least favorite legume? Njahe, like, I read on the internet someday that njahe should be sold in the chemist with capsules. I agree. I don't like the taste of njahe. I know they're nutritious. I know. So don't come at me. Don't come at me. I know they're nutritious, and I am not attacking the tribe that likes njahes. I am married to one of you, okay? Don't come at me. I don't like njahes. Period. I do not like njahes. Okay, next question. Go on.
What motivates you to be the best part of yourself?
Wow, what motivates me to be the best part of myself? Whew. I think wanting to be the best in around for the people that I relate to and for the people that I interact with in my everyday life. That alone honestly wants me to be the best. Like, I want to be the best sister to my little sister. I want to be the best wife. I want to be the best friend. Like, I'd rather than not be around you if I'm not going to be good for you. So just being good and inspiring to the people around me motivates me to want to be the best version of myself. Did I answer? I was given a thumbs up. So there's another question. Go on.
What's your favorite holiday destination? 1, that you've been to. 2, that you want to go to.
I think I'm being put on the spot here. I'm being asked what is my favorite holiday destination, 1 that I've been to, and another one that I want to be to. Okay. I've been to Lamu. Oh, I loved Lamu. I loved Lamu so much. I'm going to share videos of Lamu. Just wait. But I loved Lamu so much. We went on the water all the way into Pate Island, like from Lamu, and came back later on in the day, and I loved it. Where would I want to go? Anywhere with sandy beaches, okay? Anywhere with water, beach, and those long glasses of fruit, like fruit cocktails, and a small umbrella, and a huge hat, and a summer dress, a sunny weather dress. Yes, that's my dream holiday. And last question for this video: what is your favorite drink? Tea. I love tea. I love a good cup of tea with the right milk to water ratio and the right conkness of the tea leaves, like well boiled, not necessarily with tangawizi, but just a decent cup of tea. And weirdly, I don't mind having just 1 cup. I don't drink alcohol. I don't drink alcohol. So a decent cup of tea and water. Oh, and fruit juice, fresh fruit juice.
What happened to wine?
Well, rarely. I rarely take wine. I meant alcohol, like those things you drink in town. The spirits and stuff. I do take a glass of wine every once in a blue moon. I don't remember the last time. When was the last time I had wine? I haven't had wine in a long time. Rarely. I generally don't enjoy being intoxicated, and this from someone that has drank alcohol before. I prefer to deal with my things with a clear mind. I want to talk to you with a clear mind. I want to sleep with a clear. I hate being intoxicated. So that's what led to me making a decision not to drink alcohol. And when I made that decision, it came with not drinking wine as well. But before, I was a wine collector. I used to collect a lot of bottles of wine and just keep them. I still do, and I have them somewhere in the house. And I rarely, it's been years, man. I don't remember the last time I took a glass of wine. But not that I can't take it, but I just haven't taken wine in a long time. The question was, what was my favorite drink? It's tea. It's tea. It's not wine. Because, yeah. What food do you crave most often? Pasta. Anything pasta. Anything pasta with cheese and meat and pasta. I love pasta. So that's it for today. I guess we'll come back to this another time, because I believe there's so many questions you would want to ask someone if you're a stranger that you want to know better. So I think we'll come back to more questions later. If there's any questions you would want me to answer at another video, just put them down below in the comment section. I wish you all the best. I wish you love, peace. I'm sending my best regards. I'm sending love. I'm sending good vibes your way. Just keep working hard. Keep being the best version of yourself. See you in my next video. Catch you later.